Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to this match preview for Tuesday night's game at Bloomfield Road. It's Blackpool versus Doncaster Rovers. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to this match preview, the penultimate game of the 2020-2021 season. It's Blackpool versus Doncaster Rovers at Bloomfield Road. Donny, nothing to play for this season. Blackpool will be wanting to continue a decent run of form to go into the playoffs in the best possible shape they can. So if you're an existing subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for returning, especially with the second half of the season that we've had. Thank you for sticking around. It is much appreciated. Blackpool fans, if you're new to the channel and this video has brought you here, please click that subscribe button so you don't miss any future content. You may still be in League One next season, you may not. But if you are new to this channel, this is the format that we go through match previews. We'll look at the previous meetings between the two clubs, current form. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to say a few words on. We have a brief look at the opponent, the history and a couple of honours and my opinion on the one to watch for you guys. As I always say in previews though, you know your club much better than what I do, so if I'm off the mark, please let me know in the comments down below. And then to finish off the video, me and the family have been doing a predictions league all season. There's an update on that and my score prediction finishes the video at the very end. So on to previous meetings. Blackpool edge it. They've had much better results over our history. We've met 55 times. Donny have come out on top on 13 occasions. Blackpool have won 28 games out of the 55 and we've shared the spoils on 14 occasions. But looking back at the last 5, it's much more even with 2 wins each and a draw smack bang in the middle. So in the League Cup in 2018 at the Keepmoat Stadium, a 2-1 defeat for the Rovers. But then in 2018 in the league, a home win 2-0, sorry, and then in 2019 at Bloomfield Road it was the 1-1 draw, and then once again in 2019 at the Keepmoat Stadium, Blackpool edged it with a 1-0 win, and then earlier this season a very end-to-end game at the Keepmoat Stadium ended with Rovers just coming out on top with a 3-2 win. So over the last 5 are much more even contests, but over our history Blackpool much better. Current form is fairly similar to our last 5 meetings as well, fairly even over the last 5 with Rovers getting 2 wins, 1 draw and 2 defeats. Blackpool on the other hand slightly better with 3 wins, 2 defeats. But in terms of the table, 2 very different stories thanks to the second half of the season. So a couple of wins on the bounce for Blackpool have all but secured their playoff place. Not mathematically there yet, but for me they're there. It's just not quite ticked the box yet. But the 3-0 win on Saturday inflicted Northampton's relegation out of League One. But before Blackpool's narrow 1-0 defeats, the 2 defeats in their last 5, they went on a run of 1 defeat in 20 league games, and that for me shows the ability that they've got in this league and the deserving of the place that they currently sit. They're sitting 5th in League One, and as I say, Oxford and Charlton are the only 2 teams who could overtake them if things go drastically wrong for Blackpool. But a draw on Tuesday night will officially secure Blackpool's place in this season's lottery, which is the playoffs. So all the best Blackpool in the playoffs. Personally I hope we're playing you next season. It's a nice trip to Blackpool. There's Lee Charles TV that I'd like to do a collab with as well when we're back in grounds. But wishing you all the best for the playoffs. As I say, it is a lottery, so any one of the 4 teams that get in there could finish up in the Championship. As we know, top 2 are now sealed, Hull City and Peterborough. Bottom 4 are all done and dusted as well, so it's just finding out who's in those last 2 playoff places. On to Donny, a little bit of positivity at the end of a difficult second half. I've touched upon it already. First half of the season fantastic, second half of the season not so much, and if we'd have been a little bit more consistent, I think we would have been in the the same boat as Blackpool. I think we'd have been gearing up for the playoffs, but it is what it is. Didn't quite happen for the second half of the season, but similarly to Blackpool, we beat Rochdale on Saturday, and that inflicted their relegation back down to League Two. But the game before that, Tuesday night, after coming down from 2-0 to Peterborough, who have now been promoted, it just shows that the fight is there, the commitment is there. It's just a shame that it's not been there for big periods of the second half of the season. But players are starting to perform again. Maybe it's to get that contract elsewhere. Maybe it's to secure a contract at Donny and push on next season. We will just have to wait and see on that score. But I am looking forward to a summer of rebuilding. I'm looking forward to seeing who our new manager is. Whoever it is, I will get behind them. And I'm looking forward to getting back in the stadium to cheer the boys on. Whoever the boys are in red and white next season, because we just don't know yet. But yeah, looking forward to a summer of rebuilding, and hopefully we can get those top 6 spots next season. But it purely hinges on how well we do this summer. On to player focus, and I am choosing a player to focus on this preview because I'd like to see him in the Rovers shirt next season, and that is Jason Lakilo. I think he's been a fringe player throughout the season, but over the last couple of games he's started to kind of cement his place in the squad and show his ability on the wing, and he's got the option to extend his contract, so I hope Rovers use that extension and get him tied down next season, because he's shown that he's got lots and lots of potential, lots of ability, and we just need to get that out of him. And over the last couple of games, I think he's terrorised defenders over periods of each match, so it'd be nice to see him on one wing and Taylor back fully fit on the other. So yeah, Jason Lakilo, hoping to see him in a Rovers shirt next season. Moving on to the opponent, Blackpool, founded in 1887, currently managed by Neil Critchley, doing a fantastic job. He's at around a 43% win rate since taking over at Blackpool, and it's all looking pretty positive there at the minute. Getting decent results, he's getting good performances out of every player, and for me they're deserving of a top 6 spot, with especially that run of 20 games with 1 defeat. If you get that sort of consistency in League One, you're going to do well, and Neil's been pivotal on the tactical side and the way that the team sets up, and yeah, they're going to be a difficult team to get anything from on Tuesday night, in my opinion. Some honours over Blackpool's history: League One playoff winners in 2007, so they've done it before. Can they do it again this season? Blackpool fans, in the comments down below, let me know what you think. Championship playoff winners in 2010, so they've had a stint in the Premier League. What I'd give for Rovers to have a stint in the Premier League, it'd be great. And then back in 1952-53, Blackpool were FA Cup winners, so if you're watching and you're around that age, let me know in the comments down below. Did you go to that game? Did you watch your team lift the FA Cup in 52-53? Moving on to the one to watch for Blackpool, in my opinion, on Tuesday night. You'll probably already guessed it. Top scorer for Blackpool, Jerry Yates, Doncaster born striker. Stuff like this frustrates me. He's a Donny born, he had time at Rotherham. I wish we'd be more proactive in watching local talent and trying to snap them up for us, but it is what it is. He's at Blackpool and he's doing absolutely fantastically. 22 goals across all competitions this season. He's popped up with a couple of assists as well. I think he's 6. But yeah, definitely one to watch. If he gets an opportunity, he's going to be in the back of the net. Fantastic player, fantastic striker, quick, pacey, powerful, all you want in an attacker really, and he's doing the business in League One this season. So for me, the one to watch on Tuesday night for Blackpool is Doncaster born Jerry Yates. Moving on to the Predictions League table. Generally, I will put the family's predictions up on Twitter pre-match, but over this weekend it was a social media boycott. This is the reason why this hasn't gone up 48 hours before kick-off as well. This is up on Tuesday morning, but for Saturday, Max went with a Rovers win, Chris went with a Rovers win, I obviously went with a 2-1 Rochdale win, and my dad went with a 2-2 draw. But with Chris and Max going for wins, one of them got a correct scoreline, which means the table has completely changed. Max got the correct score. He went with a 2-1 Rovers win, so that pulls him up onto 27 points. My dad drops down to second, still on 24 because he didn't get any points. Chris went with a 2-0, so the 83rd minute goal from Rochdale will have gutted him. But it does pull him off at the bottom onto the same amount of points as me. So Chris in third on 22 points, and then I am on bottom on 22. So Max could pretty much seal it on Tuesday night with a correct score, or possibly a draw if everybody else gets it wrong, and he could take away the trophy. But hopefully Max gets his prediction completely wrong, one of us gets it right, which takes it to the final day. So that's how the table stands. Predictions, family predictions, will go back up on Twitter before the game on Tuesday, so if you haven't followed me already, that's in the description down below. Go and click on that link and follow me on Twitter so that you can keep up with this. And finally, my score prediction, as I said earlier on in the preview, I think Blackpool will be wanting to get into a rich vein of form. 2 wins on the bounce. I think they'll be wanting to go into the playoffs on the back of 4 wins. So I believe that they'll be pushing for a victory on Tuesday night. Rovers playing for pride. That's all we've got this season now, playing for a bit of pride. Hopefully the players are not playing in flip-flops, they're not on holidays yet. It'd be nice to see us kind of spoil another party. As I say, Blackpool could secure their playoff place. It'd be nice for them not to secure it against us. So it'd be nice for us to get a victory at Bloomfield Road. But I do not think it's going to happen. I think Blackpool are going to be up for the game. I think they're going to be wanting to secure their playoff spot as soon as possible, and that will be against us. So I'm going with a tight game. I think we're going to be difficult to beat, but I think Blackpool, as I say, they'll want it slightly more than what we will. And I think that will lead to a 2-1 defeat. I'm going 2-1 Blackpool on Tuesday. And that is where I'm going to leave this video. If you've enjoyed it, big thumbs up on it for us. Please comment in the section down below. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.